Today, we are no longer what we were. What is happening today is not in our character. The norms and values left by Sardauna and our founding fathers are no longer with us. They are not with us. Today, as I have often described the situation, the institution of family has broken down. The respect for elders and constituted authority, which used to be a cardinal principle in our society, is now at its lowest ebb. Honesty, where it does not pay, has become meaningless. Symptoms of revolt loom large in the horizon. In short, there is meaninglessness in philosophy, insecurity in polity, chaos in politics, immorality in society, corruption in economy, frustration in art, and lack of creativity in literature. This is not what the North used to be, or Nigeria as a whole. Ours was a decent country whose leaders respected one another in spite of their political differences. Ours was a society that was morally sound. It was a society in which all of us were our brother's keepers. It is not the same today. Perhaps some people say we have been brainwashed by our erstwhile colonial masters. It is true to a certain extent, but we are to a very large extent to blame, because we are masters of our fate. We should be captains of our soul. Today, as I have said, we are no longer ourselves. Our cultural values have been thrown overboard. If a people lose their culture, and Sardauna was a man of culture, and that was why he organized the annual cultural festival. It started from the north. Today we are trying to abandon our culture, and culture is the identity of the people. People often mistake culture as mere dancing and singing. It is much more than that. Culture is the customs and costumes, the characters and the characteristics, the manners and mannerisms, the philosophy and the ideology of a people. Culture is the totality of a people's experience. Culture is the way of life of the people. Sardauna in those days adhered to the culture of the people. We had an identity. We had respect for one another. Our society was morally sound. There was little corruption, and so on and so forth. However, in spite of the ugly picture I have painted, I believe we can still get out of the woods. I am not a pessimist, I'm an optimist. I believe that if we can revive the glory of the past by reminding us of the good achievements, the success of the Sardauna and his like. If we recall what the Sardauna did and emulate his example, we can certainly revive the glory of the past. Right. I'm glad to say, under the present political dispensation, with some of the leaders determined to revive that glory, I am beginning to see a light at the end of the tunnel. I do hope the struggle will continue.